You're back. Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is Karis. As you knew in the last episode, which is why you came back here, you watched the last one, you saw the outro, and the outro was like, you should come back on Monday. And here you are. How's it going? How was your weekend? I had a to be determined weekend because it's still the same day. I just have a lot of energy right now, and I figure it's a great opportunity for me to keep the train rolling, keep the ball rolling, keep that energy going, and maybe even bring you back to the channel again on Friday to not speak to me. You can speak to me all you want. I have no idea what you're saying. Sorry, I'm not psychic. Let's do it. I like how this just works for me. I like this. This is fun for me.
Possibly be one of them.
All right, back. Same video. The last episode I was covering, I covered the first 4 videos of this episode, and then I skipped the last one because it was Midwest Ghost Hunter, and not that I have any problems with Midwest Ghost Hunter. I haven't personally debunked any of his videos, and I don't really watch him, but I know Nick has a bone to pick with him, and I know Nick has a lot of turf war with this guy, and the fans, the people who watch our channel are very vocal in the comments about how Midwest Ghost Hunter is legit, and Nick is having a tiff with them, and I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that.
This is what I'm talking about.
Whatever. I believe I've seen this one before. Take a look at the artifacting on his screen here. You see this?
Talking to the
these purple dots here? I can tell you exactly how he got those. This guy's a contractor. He's inside of houses doing odd jobs. In this case, he was installing a shelving system inside of a closet. But the reason he has those dots on his screen, and the reason you might get those dots on your screen very soon, is from 2 different causes. Lasers, which is the main cause for both issues. Lasers from maybe a laser leveling system. When he's running a camera, when you're running your camera, and you have a laser going across, it actually destroys segments of your camera lens. Now, this is going to be a bigger issue later on because a lot of cars, self-driving cars use LiDAR, and LiDAR is a laser emitting diode ray, something like that. Sorry, that's literally LED, laser emitting diode. Anyway, or light emitting diode.
Uneasy.
Point is, the LiDAR from those self-driving cars, if you take out your phone to record a self-driving car driving by, it's going to fuck up your camera. I promise you that. Because the lasers, once they hit your camera, you're not going to be able to see them. But when they hit your camera, you're sure as shit know they were there because you're going to have burn marks across all of your camera footage. And that's what that is. That purple stuff there, that's what it is. Hey, check it out. We've got another, it's the same guy. So we checked out one of this guy's videos in the previous channel, or previous episode, sorry. And what we're looking at here is essentially, he's pretending as if there is a skinwalker or some kind of like entity inside of his house that is mimicking the sound of his partner, or his girlfriend in this case, or his wife, excuse me. Now, the issue I have with this is the fact that the camera angles that we get are from inside of his bedroom and in the hallway. Now, we are looking at another, whatever this is a bed here. So he's recording us, for some reason, another bedroom. This security camera footage is also in the vertical perspective. There's nothing else cut off here. There's no timestamps or anything that we're seeing. We don't know what's going on the left side. We don't know what's going on the right side. And then all we see here is what appears to be another door. And for that matter, probably a bathroom door or something like that. Because at one point in the clip, yeah, you can see sort of like tiling in there. This is a bathroom. So I have to ask you a question. Why did you set up your camera here? You're trying to record paranormal evidence. So you're recording essentially, let's say about 75% of this shot is a blank wall. So we're not going to get any kind of paranormal evidence from this wall. We have one entry point, so about 10% of the, maybe, I don't know, 30% of the video's frame is viable footage, and that viable footage just happens to be this bathroom door opening and closing on its own. The setup for this is a little stupid. Now, I see another walkway here, so presumably there's another hallway that goes this way. Maybe his bedroom is down here, and this is a bathroom door. Now, the issue with this is that we are led to believe that the video that he's recording inside of his bathroom or inside of his bedroom, and surmising that this disembodied voice is coming from somewhere inside of his house. The issue is that we have no timestamps and we have no reference point to determine when exactly these two videos are taking place. They can be taking place at the exact same time, where he's recording in his bedroom being like, what the fuck is that? You know, I can hear the sound of my wife calling, but she's not home. And then we might be able to hear the banging of this door in that video. Now, we can surmise that these two videos are happening at the same time because of the comparison or comparative audio. We see the door closing, we can hear the door closing in his video. However, given the fact that we don't actually see him interacting with this environment, he could be basically recording in his bedroom being like, wow, what? Whoa, geez, 5 minutes of my wife calling me. And then puts his phone down, goes to work, goes to bed, goes to work, goes to bed, goes to work, goes to bed. And then a week passes by and he goes, let's film the second half of this video. And you'll never know because you don't have a reference to link these two videos together. They're just completely different. They're so far apart that it's almost not even worth mentioning. So secondary footage is completely useless in this case because we have no contextual evidence to prove that they were both happening at the same time. Now, we don't actually see what's going on inside of the bathroom, and I can sort of see that there's some sort of blocking right about here. That could be somebody's arm who's interacting with the door, opening and closing the door. You can, yeah, that's 100% somebody's arm. So they've moved the door handle down and they're just interacting with the door. And so he's basically, what he's done is he's set up his first camera and he's recorded that paranormal evidence of the bathroom door. And he's taken the audio from that and he's spliced it and overlaid it on top of this video so that you can still hear the door knocking. This little, yeah, who cares about that? It's not like really moving. And again, that's another thing. You could set up your phone, you could record the sound of the whatever music box going off, and then just overlay that on a third track. You can have hundreds of tracks of audio on any video, as long as you know how to like compress them and to align them all in a position where they're all sound like they're in the same environment. So, but like, that's not really a very interesting piece of evidence, if you ask me. He's also not recording it, even though it's the focal point of this particular segment of paranormal evidence. It's that music box. I would be focusing on that music box. And then he shows us his face to prove to us that he's scared. Okay, this is narcissistic behavior on one hand, and on the other hand, it's
Go to the Alexa app to manage your video skills and device.
a little bit of comedy there. He's got a Ouija board. I think we pointed that out the last time we covered videos of his. The Ouija board suggests he has a predisposed interest in paranormal entities or evidence or something like that.
CCTV footage from downstairs.
Yeah, so the problem with that is that like, there's nothing really to go on here. When basically got two disjointed videos that could potentially be happening at the same time, and then some other paranormal evidence being that the music box is playing, and we have no circumstantial evidence of that because the music box isn't moving. We can't reference that and say, yes, this box is actually being interacted with. All we have is the sound, and the sounds can be overlaid. It would be more okay, yeah, and then he's praying. Yeah, I think I've seen this video before.
Just started playing by itself.
Okay, so two different Ouija boards. He's got the Parker Brothers Ouija board on the bottom, and then up here we've got a rebrand of the Parker Brothers, or a generic Parker Brothers style Ouija board.
Focuses on it as the melody to play on its own.
The praying doesn't really do anything for me, other than maybe he's trying to like reaffirm the fact that he's a spiritual person, or that he believes that God will protect him in some way or shape or form. So he's not conjuring or you know, what do you say, praying to false idols or anything like that. Because he prays, he's, you know, it's like kind of like trying to like affirm the fact that he's not making it up because he's an honest and you know, I don't know. If that were the case, it's kind of a stupid way of trying to like double down on those facts. I hate how long the transitions are between each video. It feels like he's padding out the runtime with that. It kind of pisses me off a little bit.
Problem and how to become.
Okay, why are we looking at her forehead?
To come to our shows.
He did that camera angle. He zoomed in like that so that we wouldn't click off the video. Now we have to watch the whole video a second time to get the video, or to get the evidence. What move?
I was trying to understand.
Yeah, look, something did move back there. If you guys missed that, check out right here.
No.
In her back hallway here, something moves. Now, there's a couple of things that we could sort of
Come to our shows.
right here. Yeah, sorry. right here, something moves, and there's a couple of things that we could sort of say to that. It could be a couple of different things. First and foremost, it could be condensing pixels. It could be the effect of like the camera trying to save processing power or something like that by like recycling certain things or clumping together dark pixels. I don't know what Nick knows the terminology for that. And if that were the case, maybe this is a little bit of a glitch where the environment is being readjusted in the camera. You have to really understand the fact that like everything that you're seeing right now on your TV screen is just completely nonsense. Like my video, my HD face, you can see all the hairs and everything, all of that is not, you're not actually looking at me. What you're looking at is an array of pixels on your screen that are like turning colors on and off, and then basically like Morse code programming your brain to interpret the signals from the monitor by presenting you with the right colors in the right way. And the higher the definition of TV means the more closely dense pixel, like, how closely or how dense the pixels are. So like a 4K TV is like 4,000 whatever per square centimeter or some shit like that. So with the camera is basically the inverse of that. It has to encode what it's looking at, and then to translate that to something that you can witness thereafter the fact. And basically, we're looking at a system that's designed to interpret data, to compress the data, and then to put it together in a way that our brains can then be programmed to re-understand that information. So there's a lot of stuff that can happen in between those things, right? So from a technological standpoint, we're looking at a video here with a lot of compression on it, and specifically here where this little error happens. This can just be a completely black space that's being re-encoded by the processor of your phone to reinterpret that data and present it with whatever it is, or there's something physically there, like a cat or something that was up here and then jumps down, right? It literally looks like it's almost voxel in its way. The way that it moves, it's like click, 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 click. It's almost like it's de-aliasing that section of the screen over here, and then presenting that as movement, because the camera is now interpreting that again depixelization or reconfiguration of that entity over here, this space over here. I personally think that it's probably more likely to be a glitch in the camera than an actual entity, because of the way that it moves. It's very computer. It's a very computer movement, right? You can look at it. It's almost like it pops in, click, 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 and then moves like pixel by pixel all the way down. I would surmise that that's the camera trying to refocus on that section, and then de-aliasing the edges.
It's clear.
Unless there's another piece of evidence, he darkened the footage so we can't even see it in the second playthrough. So,
Echoing.
Yeah, there's probably nothing going on there.
Switches on as the.
Sorry, I'm talking a lot in this one, but I've had 2 coffees and a monster, and
seems to be coming from
this coffee's gone now. So 3 coffees and a monster. So I have a lot of energy. So the dog's barking and he's hearing movement. Is there... Oh, it's this guy. So the sound that you're hearing right now is basically something from his basement is making that noise. The noise, to me, sounds exactly like a top-loading washing machine. It sounds like a top-loading washing machine because you can hear the almost like reverberance, or like the bending of the metal on the top loading washing machine. As you close that, there's a little tiny pressure switch that's inside the frame of the machine, and that pressure switch, there's a knob on the, or like a stick on the top of your door. You close the door and it like interfaces with that switch, and the sound of it click is the sound of that switch being locked in place. So this is the sound of, that's exactly what it is. It's the sound of somebody interacting with, or opening and closing the top of a laundry machine. Now, this can be done a couple of different ways. The first way would be if the load of laundry was unbalanced, and so as it was washing the laundry, it was kicking the lid up, and that would disengage the whole washing mechanism, and then the lid would fall back down, re-engage the locking mechanism, and then complete that cycle, and then it would reopen and close until the drum was then, you know, leveled properly, or the laundry then fell down. Now it sounds like somebody's closing a door.
Hello? Oh my god!
Yeah.
As they approach the
So
staircase,
this is an old
the
video.
noise grows louder.
At first, I might have been wrong about it at first, but I'm like, oh, it is actually a door. Sorry, all that stuff I explained about the washing machine, forget it. But thanks for sitting through it. It is, in fact, the sound of a basement door being opened and closed repeatedly.
Oh my god!
I don't know where this dog is, though. I didn't see a dog. There's a dog barking. I don't know where this dog is, though. I don't see the dog anywhere. Is it possible that the dog is in the basement trying to get out of the basement and it's barking?
Hello? Oh my god!
It sounds like a dog running up the stairs or running down the stairs. So if they had filmed this and had done this intentionally, that's probably what it would be the sound of. It would be the sound of the dog running down the stairs, and then they just played it in reverse. It is a spooky video. I don't see anything though. Again, we're listening to vibes and we're listening to a video on the internet.
Just the sound rushing past
You know,
the camera.
if we're going to accept one video as being genuine paranormal evidence, I would accept this one just because it's an interesting video. However, we don't have anything else. This guy never put up another video as far as I'm aware. It'd be great to look into this one. If you guys want to see us do a deeper dive into this video and see if we can dig up any more information, drop a comment down below. And while you're down there, hit the subscribe button. Or drop a like at least to show us that you like this kind of content. But yeah, if you want us to do a deeper dive into this video, it'd go a long way for you to comment down below and to let us know that that's something you're interested in. There's the dog. Why didn't I see the dog the first time? Oh, there is more. There's obviously a basement. I've never seen this before. There's a ping pong ball. Somebody put a ping pong ball down the stairs. Where is the ping pong ball though? Is it that door? That's the one that's been slamming? Oh, cinematic. Putting his hand out. Cinematic. Okay, there was a cut there. Okay, yeah, okay. You lost me. So yeah, 100% fake. It's this moment where where you switch from a horror perspective, from like, oh, this is a crazy piece of footage, to when you start to like hold your hand and then put your hand forward. Oh, I'm scared. That's the Blair Witch style. That's the POV. And when you enter that POV sense, you'll lose the realism for me. Because then it becomes a cinematic production. It becomes a person who is trying to film a horror movie or trying to get you freaked out by this horror movie. So this whole like hesitation and hand movement and stuff like that, he's keeping his hand in frame and then he goes to reach for it. The door's already open right there. But then in this, I can't really scroll forward that much. In this moment where the door opens, there's like almost like a pop and then everything blurs out. There's a vignette over top of it to sort of make it more suspenseful because it suddenly darkens and you can't see any extra information. I would say that was probably artificially darkened to hide whoever was in there because they showed up on camera and all they did was put a transition on there. The light would have had to have gone out at that point. For that to have worked. See, they close, and then you don't really know what's going on, so it's like suspenseful. And then it cuts out. It's found footage at that point.
His mother's dog stands frozen, staring down to breath and still.
Yeah, probably because the mother's downstairs and he doesn't want to go down in the basement because he doesn't like it.
But the dog's off aims at a.
Anyway, is this the same guy? Starting after the paranormal evidence is one thing. Okay. Already off to a great start. Okay. Spooky. Again, it's a POV. It's a first-person perspective. The filmography, the way that it's filmed, the moving forward, the scanning and everything like that, this is a cinematic production. Somebody has created this to create a horror show. Okay. I suddenly think I remember this one. Is this the one where the face pokes out from around the door? So that sound effect was added in post. Okay, yeah, this is cinema. Somebody's put this together as a horror movie.
He stops dead in his tracks, filming it slowly swinging wider. And it's important.
I guess I skipped over that part.
Nobody else was home. Then.
Okay, so I think this guy just missed the fact that this was a production and is covering it like. I like how everything is lined up in that hallway. That's a great. Whoever did the flooring in that did a great job.
Out in an instant.
Yeah.
What broke? Catches him staring into a nearby room, and then he sounds audibly shocked at what he saw in there. The clip ends there as he.
Yeah, so the light was turned off. It didn't explode. It exploded. It would have gotten brighter before it exploded. It didn't explode. And the sound effect that we heard was it exploding. And then obviously you have night vision. Yeah.
And
let's cover this one and then we're gonna end it there. But that previous one, I guarantee you that previous one was a production, and the guy who created this compilation, Sir Spooks, whoever it is, missed that fact or is covering it anyway because he thinks you're stupid and you don't know that. So don't bother leaving a comment down below. I can tell you for a fact it's a thing. Maybe I can even task Nick with finding the original video and actually publishing it. But yeah, or publishing an expose on it or something. I don't know.
All right, check this out.
Baby water. Okay.
There's this noise coming from the bedroom.
Okay. Really quick thing to point out is the fact that these use radio signals, right? So it's a transmitter and a receiver, and or vice versa. So the transmitter right now is sending all of its information, all the sounds from the entire environment. It's broadcasting that on an FM frequency, and then the receiver, which is in his hand, is picking up that FM frequency and translating it. Anything, you turn on the ceiling fan, you turn on something that produces an electrical signal like a light or a ceiling fan or any kind of electronics near the area. If you receive a cell phone signal or if somebody's on a call, that's going to interfere with it because the FM signal sometimes transmits through 2.4 gigahertz broadband, and that same signal is repeated by use of like TV remotes. It's used by Wi-Fi signals. It's used by cell phones. It's used by Bluetooth signals. A lot of stuff. That's why a lot of people switch to 5G is because the 2.4 gigahertz band is so cluttered with signals that it often interrupts and messes with radio signals, which is why when you go into your house, you don't typically see radios that use, FM transmitter or FM receivers anymore, because it's, our world is so noisy right now with wireless signals that a lot of the times they get interrupted. Now with baby monitors specifically, especially in low power modes, it doesn't have the wattage required to project that sound or that FM signal strength really strongly. And so your baby monitor will sometimes sound a little weird. The second thing is that a lot of times there are FM transmitters in the receivers as well, so that you can talk to your baby from a different room, be like, to soothe them to sleep. Now, the interesting thing about this is because it is an FM transmission, we can very easily lock into those FM transmitters. We can very easily interrupt that signal and start talking to the baby monitors from anywhere in the world using something as simple as a car's FM transmitter. You basically can go on Amazon, you can buy them for like $12. You tune into a particular frequency, you pull up to the guy's house or you're anywhere around then, you have a signal booster or something. You could interrupt frequencies and then start swearing or yelling into the baby monitors. I guarantee you, if you Google baby monitor hacked, every single video that comes up is somebody who started to swear at the baby or is accosting the baby through that FM transmission. What you're hearing is not actually in the room. What you're hearing is that FM transmission being interrupted by some kind of external source, be it a phone call or a Wi-Fi or something.
They're not in the bedroom. And if this noise It happens every day at this exact time.
You know what that could even be? That could be even be like a door opening or door closing, the chime for like a door. That is also, again, being broadcasted over an FM frequency, because those interactions, it's either a magnet that disconnects or there's a signal that transmits the door chime to the store speakers. In this case, we're having an interference between the baby monitor and the receiver. And then the door opens up, Tom. Okay. So again, a walkie-talkie could also make those noises, especially if you're close enough to the sound thing. The second thing we're seeing here now is the door opening on its own. Something I would like to point out about these baby monitors: the footage can be recorded and then played back from the monitor. So likely what's happened here is this guy's actually gone into the bedroom and has recorded this footage, and then has gone back to his baby monitor and played it over. And then is pretending as if it happened at the same time. Because the footage has been cut, we can't really tell if he goes to the bedroom, unless this is the exposition and then he goes back to like, no, yeah. So that's going to do it. That's it. That's the last one I'm going to do for this video. I'm going to get back to playing Fallout, maybe get back to doing some other stuff. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming back for this Monday episode. I hope to see you again on Friday. And while you're here, if you made it this far into the video, you obviously like what we do. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share this with your friends. Maybe comment down below on any videos that you think we should cover, or if you like what we do here, or if you have any suggestions for future content or future, like how we should act in these videos. That would be fantastic. Give us some feedback in the comments down below. Nick will check them every single day. He always looks at them on break, and we're pretty active. You know, if you guys want to join our Discord, join the channel membership down there below us. Join the pseudoscientist layer tier to get access to the Discord. If you want access to the Discord and you're in a lower tier, just hit up Nick and explain yourself. You know, vet yourself to us so we know that you're not up to nothing good. You're not in what do you call it, nefarious. You have nefarious plans to do something to the Discord, and then Nick will send you a link and you can join in. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching this video with me, and I hope to see you again on Friday. Okay, love you, bye.
We cracked the code, we broke the spell. Another myth debunked.